Tuesday night in Chicago, Tampa Bay Lightning defenseman Luke Schenn delivered an illegal check to the head of Chicago Blackhawks forward Dominic Kubalik. As the video shows, Kubalik picked up the puck in the high slot of his own end, skated through the middle of the neutral zone, and passed the puck up the boards to a teammate. As he continued along his clearly determined path of travel, Schenn stepped up into him and delivered a late, high hit from an angle of approach across the front of Kubalik's path. While I recognize a legal check from this angle of approach is possible, it's extremely difficult. That's because the natural expected posture of a player skating forward with the puck is to have his head lean slightly forward and ahead of the core, causing it to be the most likely body part to take primary contact. To deliver this check legally, a player must be low enough to get under the head to contact the opponent's chest or far shoulder. Not only that, but in this case, Kubalik's upper body is rotated to his right, meaning his far shoulder is actually behind his head as Schenn approaches. You can't even see it from this angle. So in this case, with an across-the-body angle of approach, such as shown here by the arrow, you would have to go through the head to get to that far shoulder. This arrow shows Schenn's actual angle of approach, and the timing of the check is such that the two players will meet between the G and the H, right about the apex of the arrow there. So if you take that same trajectory, that same angle of approach, and show how it relates to Kubalik's body, you can see he has to go through the head to get to that far shoulder. There's no way to avoid head contact here, unless you go out and around, which is what Schenn tries to do. But his timing means that in order to not miss the check altogether, he needs to reach out with his right arm. He extends his right shoulder out towards Kubalik's head at the last second so he won't miss altogether. And he picks the head as a result of this poor angle and timing. He does eventually make meaningful contact with Kubalik's shoulder, but based on Kubalik's well-established body position that never changes throughout the process, Schenn had no choice but to go through the head to get there, not around it. And he could very easily have accomplished the hockey purpose of stepping into Kubalik's path and preventing him from rejoining the play in other ways. What elevates this from a minor penalty to a level of supplemental discipline is a combination of lateness and avoidability. If Kubalik had still had possession of the puck, I'd classify this as a hockey play gone wrong, putting it into the 1 to 2 game suspension category. However, because of the additional component that it was late and delivered to a player who is technically no longer eligible to be checked, it rises to the category of non-hockey play that isn't malicious, and bumps it up to the 3 to 5 game suspension range. In summary, this is an illegal check to the head caused by poor angle of approach. It was delivered to a player no longer eligible to be checked. Tough Call would suspend Luke Schenn for 3 games.